Hi, Capricorn. It's Denise with Divine Soul Astrology. Today I'm here to discuss the Capricorn, the Taurus New Moon, I beg your pardon. And this is going to be for your Sun, Moon, Rising. And also, welcome in Capricorn, and let's talk about what the Taurus new moon is, right? The new moon itself is about something hopeful. It's about planting new seeds. It can be a transition, right? And new goals and things like that. So the new moon for you, Capricorn, is in your fifth house of creative self-expression. This is creative pursuits. This is how you shine, but it can just simply be how you express yourself as well. This is essentially the house of fun and love and sex and right and your talents, what you're good at, and entertainment and children. All right. So that's where that is happening. But what is Taurus concerned with, right? Taurus is concerned with material comfort. That's what they are, right? So also, finance, of course, and well-being. Taurus is associated with our senses, it is, and food and nature. It is determination because of the bull, right? Perseverance. It's also associated with our values, and those values really have to do with what supports our well-being, right? Yeah. And also our self-worth. It sure is. And so we have also the new moon is conjoined here. If you can, if you have, if you want to see this, I have you on the ascendant, and here is the new moon, and the sun. And the sun feels really good in the fifth house because the sun is the natural ruler. So there's something something here for you, Capricorn, especially with the new moon in another earth sign. So we have Mercury here, and Mercury is conjoined. It is helping basically the sun and the moon. They're all representing or supporting one another. Uranus is there as well. Excuse me, you guys. And so Uranus is supporting it from the sixth house of work and health and wellness and your responsibilities and obligations. So your daily life could be changing over the next 6 years, 7 years. And I have a whole video on Uranus, and you can check that out if you would like for you, right? But here's Mercury here in your fifth house. And Mercury is a planet of thinking. And so Mercury is about our ideas. You have new ideas here that have to do with likely, you may. Mercury represents our goals as well. And so you could have new goals here, new ideas that are associated with with your talents or with your creative pursuits, right? With whatever you are doing, honestly, right? That has to do with, it can have to do with work as well, right? Taurus is associated with work because we earn money for our well-being, right? So maybe it has to do with that. But Mercury is also ruling your ninth house of higher purpose. So this is important, right? Your ninth house of what is meaningful to you and growth and expansion, right? The ninth house is also long distance travel and foreign lands and exploring and things like that. It's also about teaching because that is associated with higher purpose, right? So we have the south node there, and the sun and the moon both are making a square there. And so this is kind of asking you to make an adjustment to for something new and leave something behind that is honestly, that is kind of hindering your higher purpose here or hindering your growth. It could be Capricorn because the south node is associated with either lack or things that we need to move away from, right? Now, Mercury is ruling Gemini, and Mercury will move into its own sign here in your sixth house of health and wellness and your daily routines or your responsibilities. So that will be very strong there, right? Venus is the ruler of the new moon, and we have Venus in Gemini. I don't think I explained that, no. And so we have Venus is ruling this fifth house for you, and also your 10th house of career. Yeah, there's something here about your self-expression or your creative pursuits or or what you want to create for yourself as well. The fifth house is can be where we create as well. So that, you want that, and that is or you're being, you're having, maybe you just kind of feel like, wow, the new moon can, illuminate this for you. Like, wow, I need to, and maybe you kind of need to maybe just adjust, because adjust something doesn't have to be a whole change, but adjust, right? Um, Chiron's in your fourth house of emotional foundation with Mars. And that's very important because Mars is the ruler of Aries. It's in its own sign. So there's something there about your emotional foundation that is, excuse me, that is kind of being called on here as it kind of resonates with your sense of self or your self-expression or your creative expression, right? Yeah. And so let's see what Venus is doing, the ruler of the new moon. Venus is actually here in Gemini. It's making a sextile to Chiron and Mars. You see that? So there is an opportunity here. It's been here for a little while, but it will move because Venus is moving into Gemini, into Cancer on May 18th, just a few days, couple days after the new moon, right? So when it moves here, it will be moving out of that sextile. uh, yeah, it will be moving away from the sextile. But for now, Venus is in your sixth house of obstacles. It's really asking you, it's making an inconjunct right here to your 11th house of future aspirations. It's asking you to change something, to adjust something. That's what it's doing there. And that sextile to Mars and Chiron, because Venus is the kind of actor here that is doing that. Venus is giving you an opportunity to rise above something, and some type of hindrance or insecurity or vulnerability, right? We all have them, Capricorn. We sure do, right? That's what astrology is teaching us, right? With the Lilith and Pluto and and the eighth house of transformation. All these things are T Scorpio, placements in Scorpio, things like that are all helping us to transform for sure, right? The 12th house too is helping us leave things behind. So Black Moon Lilith is in your 12th house as we're looking at the chart, and it's been there for a little while here, but Black Moon Lilith is the shadow. And so here your own Saturn is being trined. Or actually, yeah, it is being trined. Excuse me, you guys. I don't know where that came from. Oh, I had dairy this morning. That's why. OMG. I didn't know any better, right? And I was sitting in traffic and I went to the grocery store and I'm like, oh, I'm going to eat that ice cream while I'm sitting here. So this is the problem now. Anyway, I beg your pardon, but we have Black Moon Lilith making that trine to Saturn, your ruler, in the sign of Aries, in the sign of the self, right? So, this is you're leaving something behind. Like you see something about yourself that you're like, oh no, like you're facing something or you're accepting something, but you're moving away from it, right? Black Moon Lilith is the shadow, but it is associated with transformation and it is associated with rising above, like kind of letting it go, seeing what our shadow has been kind of doing to us, right? Excuse me. And so, yeah, that's what we have here for you, Capricorn. And Saturn really wants, what Saturn wants for you is Saturn wants you to, commit yourself and, and kind of look at things in a maybe more a disciplined way or a mature way. Is saying, hey, don't hold on to that, right? So that is supporting you letting go or you letting see something about yourself. It's in a hidden house, right? The 12th house for you is Sagittarius, but this is a hidden house, the 12th house, where you are not able to see what you can see now. Yes. And so, yeah. And so we have that trine from Saturn. Yeah, we sure do. So that's a beautiful thing. It is. So, yeah, I'm going to end this reading. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for joining me here. If you've liked my content, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the little bell so you can be notified of my next upload. I promise I won't be coughing and things like that. Yeah, if you want a reading with me, I'm also a psychic. I've done many, many psychic readings on my tarot channel and also all kinds of really cool readings over there they're all to empower you. Yeah, they are because we don't know what we don't know, right? Thanks so much for joining me here.